how to tell if you have a number that is divisible by 4. So to tell if a number is divisible by 4, the rule is that you have to look at the last 2 digits and see if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So in this case, the last 2 digits are just this 0, 0, and this one actually is divisible by 4 because 0 divided by like anything is just 0. So that means that this is going to be divisible by 4. So we just say yes. And then for the next one, the last 2 digits are just this 16. And is 16 divisible by 4?
Yes.
Awesome. So that means that this whole number is going to be divisible by 4. And I tried to make it kind of like, an ugly number that you would look at and say, there's no way that that is going to be divisible by 4. But the main idea is that, it doesn't really matter how it looks on the other side. Like you can look like something that would not be divisible by 4 at all. But the last 2 digits are the only thing you have to look at, and that can tell you if the whole thing is divisible by 4 or not. How about this last example? See, this one is something that does look like it would be divisible by 4, but when you just look at the 22, you see, is 22 divisible by 4?
No.
Exactly. So that's how you know that even if it looks like it might be divisible by 4, doesn't mean it necessarily is. You just have to look at those last 2. And also, just because it's even does not mean it's divisible by 4 either. But definitely, only even numbers can possibly be divisible by 4. Okay, next one. How can you tell if a number is divisible by 8? So this one, like I said, these guys come in pairs, and this one is a pair with the 8. The only thing is the 8 is not as nice. So in a lot of books that I've seen, usually the 8 is one of those where there's like no rule, and they just tell